On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Identical.
Being the exact same one.
Examples:
Pair of identical twins. An identical equation. Infant formulas are nutritionally almost identical to a mother's breast milk.
Twin.
Either of two children born at the same time from the same mother.
Examples:
A twin lens camera. A twin room. Its twin brothers are difficult to tell apart except for their parents.
Astronaut.
A person trained by a space agency to travel outside the Earth's atmosphere.
Examples:
Astronaut mission. Astronaut in training. The shuttle astronaut trained for months before embarking on the space mission.
Volunteer.
A person who performs or offers to perform a job or service without being paid for or forced to do.
Examples:
Seek volunteers. My volunteer work. The teachers make full use of volunteer assistance.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Terror.
A Latin word meaning earth or land, often used in scientific or technical contexts to refer to the planet itself or the soil or ground of a particular area.
Examples:
Terracotta. Terra firma. Scientists study the terra of other planets to learn more about their formations and compositions.
Spaceship.
Especially in science fiction, a spacecraft designed to carry a crew into interstellar space.
Examples:
A spaceship to survey the moon. Alien spaceship. They launched a crewless spaceship into space.
Light year.
A unit of distance used in astronomy to represent the distance that light travels in a year, which is equal to about 9.46 trillion kilometers or 5.88 trillion miles.
Examples:
Light year distance. Billions of light years. Proxima Centauri is the closest star to Earth, located about 4.24 light years away.
Reunite.
To bring two or more people together again after a period of separation.
Examples:
Reunite after 5 years. Reunite with my friend. The band will reunite only for this show.
Distance.
The amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples:
driving distance. Social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
a remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Observer.
A person who watches or notices someone or something, but has no active part in it.
Examples:
a shrewd observer. An observer in the region. According to the theory of relativity, time is different for each observer.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Quantify.
To express or measure something in numerical terms.
Examples:
quantify the results. Quantify blood flow. He tried to quantify the amount of product that was needed to complete the job.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Equation.
The act of regarding as equal, mathematics, a statement that expresses the equality of two expressions by connecting them with the equal sign.
Examples:
the equation of poverty with ignorance. A chemical equation. In this class, you will learn how to solve quadratic equations.
Contract.
A legally binding agreement between two or more parties, setting out their rights and obligations to each other, typically in writing and enforceable by law.
Examples:
employment contract. Contract law. The company signed a contract with the supplier for the delivery of goods.
Aboard.
On or onto a ship, aircraft, or other vehicles, present or participating in a particular activity or endeavor.
Examples:
aboard the ship. Remain aboard. The captain announced that all passengers should be aboard the ferry before it departed for the island.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Electrical.
Relating to electricity.
Examples:
An electrical storm. Degree in electrical engineering. Actuators convert electrical pulses into motion.
Device.
A piece of equipment, tool, or technology that serves a particular purpose or function, often mechanical or electronic.
Examples:
Electronic device. Tracking device. I always carry a backup device in case my phone runs out of battery.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Perception.
A belief, opinion, or image you have based on how you regard, understand, or interpret something, the ability to see, hear, or notice something through the senses.
Examples:
Keen perception. Perception of a stimulus. He is a man admired for the depth of his perception.
Inert.
Lacking the ability to move or act, often used to describe an object or substance that is inactive or non-reactive.
Examples:
Inert gases. Inert ingredients. The rock was completely inert and didn't react when we tried to break it open.
Accelerate.
To make something faster or earlier, to cause to develop or progress more quickly.
Examples:
Accelerate a chemical reaction. Accelerate the car. The government tried to accelerate the commercialization of this development.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Conclude.
To come to an end or close, to reach a judgment or opinion by reasoning.
Examples:
Conclude a meeting. Conclude that he is healthy. We concluded a ceasefire.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Valid.
Having a reasonable basis in logic or fact, still legally or officially acceptable.
Examples:
A valid contract. A ticket valid for 2 days. Your credit card is no longer valid.
Universe.
Everything that exists, especially all physical matter, including planets, stars, galaxies, and all other forms of matter and energy.
Examples:
Theory of the universe. Expansion of the universe. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old.
Apparent.
Able to see or understand easily or clearly.
Examples:
Heir apparent. Apparent contradiction. This star is apparent to the naked eye.
Contradiction.
The assertion of the opposite of what has been said, opposition, denial.
Examples:
Contradiction of capitalism. Apparent contradiction. His statement was filled with contradictions that made it difficult to take seriously.
Paradox.
A statement, situation, or person that has two opposite facts or features and therefore seems impossible, is difficult to understand, or is strange.
Examples:
French paradox. The paradox of the heap. There are many theories to explain this paradox.
Misunderstand.
To interpret or understand something in the wrong way.
Examples:
Misunderstand each other. Misunderstand entirely about her. You should not misunderstand the meaning of freedom.
Constant.
Happening repeatedly or all the time.
Examples:
A constant wind. A constant temperature. Constant dropping wears away the stone.
Regardless.
Not paying attention or considering something or someone even if the situation is bad or there are difficulties.
Examples:
Regardless of the difficulties. Regardless tread. People can pick out superior products regardless of the quality of the advertising.
Frame.
A strong border or structure of the wood, metal, etc. that surrounds something such as a picture, door, or window.
Examples:
A picture frame. The frame of the policy. The detective looked for fingerprints on the window frame.
Outbound.
Going or traveling away from a particular place, intended for or leading to a destination outside a particular place.
Examples:
Outbound email. The outbound flight. He was on an outbound train.
Observe.
To watch or notice something carefully, often to gather information or insights, to take note of something or someone, to celebrate or commemorate a special event or occasion.
Examples:
Observe a tradition. Observe wildlife. It is important to observe safety procedures in the workplace to prevent accidents.
Graph.
A picture consisting of a line, lines, points, etc., that shows how two or more sets of certain quantities are related to each other.
Examples:
Graph theory. A graph sample. This bar graph shows sales over the past 5 years.
Axis.
A real or imaginary straight line through a body or figure around which the object turns, a group of countries in special alliance.
Examples:
Vertical axis. A coordinate axis. The Earth's axis of rotation is tilted 66.5 degrees to the ecliptic plane.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Vertical.
Upright or perpendicular to a horizontal surface or line.
Examples:
Vertical takeoff. Vertical axis. The ladder leaned against the vertical surface of the building.
Tick.
A light, sharp, repetitive sound or action, a mark indicating that something is correct or has been done. Any of two families of small parasitic arachnids with barbed proboscis.
Examples:
Tick of the clock. Tick fever. I always put a tick mark next to the items on my grocery list after buying them.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples:
Equivalent amounts. Equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Perceive.
To become aware or conscious of something through the senses.
Examples:
Perceive a threat. Perceive light. Australia is widely perceived as having low levels of corruption.
Stretch.
To make or be capable of making anything longer or broader without hurting or breaking.
Examples:
Stretch along the coast. Stretch a story. Some herds have been observed to stretch hundreds of kilometers.
Origin.
The first existence or beginning of something.
Examples:
Origin of all humankind. A manuscript of uncertain origin. There are various hypotheses concerning the origin of life.
Converge.
To move or draw together at a specific location, of lines, to move towards the same point where they join or meet.
Examples:
Converge of a series. Converge from different points. The two rivers converge into one near this area.
Pulse.
The regular heartbeat as it sends blood around the body, especially when it is felt at the wrist or side of the neck, a solid regular vibration of sound, electric current, light, or other waves.
Examples:
A weak pulse. Pulse waves. The cardiac monitor displays the intensity of your pulse.
Diagonal.
At an angle or slant. Noun, a line that runs across a surface or figure at an angle.
Examples:
Diagonal pattern. Place at a diagonal. The diagonal cut of the skirt added movement and flair to the outfit.
Frequent.
Happening constantly.
Examples:
Frequent absence. Frequent use. His heartaches are less frequent now.
Destination.
The place to which someone or something is going or being sent, the ultimate purpose or goal of a journey or action.
Examples:
Travel destination. Romantic destinations. I am excited to reach my destination and explore the new city finally.
Contraction.
The act or process of becoming smaller or shorter in size, volume, or amount.
Examples:
Contraction of a disease. Contraction in the industry. The contraction of the economy has led to job losses.
Shrink.
To become smaller, or to make something smaller in size or amount.
Examples:
Shrink the tumor. Shrink with fear. This shirt will shrink in the wash.
Inbound.
Coming in or arriving, relating to something that is coming or moving inward, such as inbound traffic, inbound calls, or inbound shipments.
Examples:
Inbound traffic. Inbound marketing. The inbound flight was delayed due to bad weather.
Asymmetrical.
Lacking symmetry or balance, unevenly or irregularly shaped, not corresponding in terms of quantity, size, or position.
Examples:
Asymmetrical design. Asymmetrical haircut. The asymmetrical shape of the vase made it unique and exciting.
Witness.
A person who sees something happen, especially a crime or an accident.
Examples:
Witness of the car accident. A material witness. The manufacturing industry is witnessing fierce competition.
Split.
To divide, or to make something divide into two or more parts, especially along a particular line.
Examples:
Split a bill. Split a reward equally. Companies often split their shares to lower the stock price and encourage investors to buy.
Consistent.
Always behaving or happening in the same way, or having the same thoughts, standards, etc.
Examples:
Do on a consistent basis. Get consistent results. You are not consistent in your behavior.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Maintain.
To continue to uphold or sustain, to keep in a particular state or condition, to assert or declare something to be true.
Examples:
Maintain order. Maintain good health. I need to maintain my car regularly to prevent any major mechanical issues.
Velocity.
The rate of change of an object's position with respect to time, often measured in meters per second, m/s.
Examples:
Initial velocity. High velocity. The velocity of the car was too fast for the road conditions.
Space-time.
A four-dimensional continuum consisting of 3 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time, used to describe the physical universe according to Einstein's theory of general relativity.
Examples:
Space-time continuum. Quantum spacetime. The curvature of spacetime is affected by the presence of mass and energy.